this session we will start with new topic, tokens in Java programming. Okay. So in Java program is nothing but collection of classes. And what is class? Class is a collection of variables that is nothing but data members or member function. Or you can say methods. So basically Java program is a collection of classes, and class is divided into two parts. First part is variable declaration and second part is method declaration. Okay, so variable declaration consists of variable name, that is identifier, and its type. So each variable declaration has a single individual unit. That unit is called as token, and each method has method name, types of arguments and method body. But each individual unit of method is called as token. So token is nothing but individual unit of a program is called as token. So there are 5 different token available in Java programming. First one, there are 5 different tokens are available in Java programming. First one is keyword, second one is identifier, third token is operator, fourth one is literal, and fifth one is separator. Token is nothing but any individual unit of Java program. That can be any keyword, that can be any identifier, that can be any operator, any literal, or any separator. There are 5 different tokens available in Java programming. First one is keyword. Keyword is nothing but a word whose meaning is already known to compiler. So keywords are predefined words, or these are reserved words. There are total 50 keywords available in Java programming. For example, class is one keyword, while is another keyword, void is another keyword. After that, do while, for, switch, extends. These are various examples of keywords. So keyword is nothing but a word whose meaning is already known to the compiler. These are reserved words in Java programming. There are total 50 keywords available in Java programming. All these keywords are always in lower case. We cannot use these keywords for declaring any variable. Why? Because these words are already reserved. So we cannot use these words for declaring any variable. These are predefined words. We only use these words as it is in our program. We cannot change the type. Why? Because these words are already in lower case. We cannot change the types, as we will get error if we will change the types. So there are total 50 keywords available in Java programming. This is first token that is present in Java programming. Second token is identifier. So identifiers, these are words. These words are actually programmer defined words. These are not predefined. You can define your own words in Java programming. So for example, if you want to declare any variable, or if you want to declare any class, so the word written after class keyword is called as identifier. Why? Because this word is chosen by you or programmer. This word is chosen by programmer, so this particular word is called as identifier. So this is, for example, class name, let's say ABC, or let's say if you want to declare any data member or any variable int x, so this x is also called as identifier as it is decided by programmer. So these are various types of identifiers. Identifiers are not reserved words, these words are decided by programmer. For example, if you want to assign name for any class, that particular name is called as identifier. If you want to assign name for any variable, that particular name is called as identifier. If you want to assign name to any method, that particular name of method is called as identifier. So there are various rules for using any identifier. You can use alphabets, digits for declaring any identifier, but your identifier should not start with digit. Your identifier should always start with any alphabet. Okay, you can use underscore for declaring any identifier. Other than underscore, you cannot use any special symbols for declaring identifier. So you can use any name for identifier. There is no any restriction on length of identifier. You can use any characters as per your choice. So these are various rules for declaring identifier. So this is about second token. Third token is operator. Operator is nothing but a symbol. Operator is nothing but a symbol which is used to perform any specific operation. So operators can be of three types: unary operator, binary operator and ternary operator. Operator is basically a symbol which is useful to perform any specific operation. Let's say first we'll start with unary operator. Unary operator is nothing but a operator which operates on one single operator. So example of unary operators are increment operator or decrement operator. Let's say a is a variable, a plus plus is nothing but increase value of a by 1, minus minus a is nothing but decrease value of a by 1. So this is post increment operator and this is pre decrement operator. So increment and decrements, these are examples of unary operator. Second one, operators are of three types: unary, binary and ternary. In case of binary operators operates on two different operators. Let's say a plus b. So plus is a operator which operates on two operands a and b. So such a type of operators are called as binary operators. So plus, minus, multiplication, these are various binary operators. Division, remainder, these are various examples of binary operators which operates on two operands. And third one, the operator which operates on three various operands, this is called as ternary operator. So there is only one ternary operator, that is conditional operator, which works on three various operators. So let's say if x is greater than y, then allocate x, else allocate y. If x is greater than y, if this condition is true, then it will allocate value of x, else it will allocate value of y. So this particular example is under the category of ternary operator. So it is called as conditional operator and this is symbol of that operator, question mark and colon. Okay, so this is regarding third token, that is operators. Fourth token is literal. Okay, in fourth token, literal is a token which stores the sequence of characters and values assigned to that sequence. So it again stores the sequence of characters, that is digits or characters or other characters, and values stored or values assigned to that characters. So literals can be of 5 different types. Let's say first type integer literal, second type floating point literal, third type character literal, fourth type string literal, and fifth type Boolean literal. Fourth token is literal. Literal stores the sequence of characters, digits or values assigned to that particular sequence of characters. So there are 5 different types of literals: integer literals, floating literals, character literals, string literals and Boolean literals. As the name suggests, integer literal will store integer value, floating literal will store floating point value, character literal will store a single character, string literal will store strings of characters, and Boolean literal will store only true and false value. Boolean literal will store only true value. If result is true, it will save true value. If result is false, it will save false value. Okay, so this is about fourth token, and there is one more token, that is fifth one, separator. So separator, as the name suggests, separator is a token which is useful to separate the two values or to separate the statements or to provide the separation between your program, to provide the separation between Java program. So there are various separators used in Java program. First one is round brackets, second one is curly bracket. This is first separator, this is second separator, this is third separator, this is fourth separator, and this one is fifth separator. This is a comma, and sixth one is, let's say, dot operator, or let's say dot. Okay, these are various separators. Separators are mainly used to provide separation between statements, provides a separation between Java statements or to provide separation between Java program. So first separator is round bracket. Round brackets are mainly useful to provide arguments to a function or to provide any expressions in case of iterative statements. So for example, main function accepts arguments using round bracket. So this is the syntax of main: public static void main, opening round bracket and closing round bracket. So these are separators useful to accept command line arguments as a string type. So this is main method which is accepting command line arguments as a string type using separators round bracket. Okay, another simple method, void add. Add is a method which is accepting integer x and integer y. So add is a method which is accepting two values as the integer type for performing addition operation. So this is another example of how opening round bracket and closing round bracket are useful for providing separation. So add is a method which is accepting integer x value and integer y value for performing addition. Again, let's say while is a loop. While a is less than 10, perform some operation. So this particular condition is called as expression. If a value is less than or equal to 10, then let's say perform I is equals to I plus 1, or let's say another, whatever you want, you can write your own specific code inside the curly braces. So this particular thing is called as expression, which is included inside opening round bracket and closing round bracket. So in this way we can use round bracket separators. Clear? So next thing, curly braces. So whenever you will declare class, you need to provide scope for a class, or you need to provide block of a class. That particular block or scope is provided with the help of opening curly brace and closing curly brace. This particular thing is second separator used in Java program. Again, if you want to provide any loop, or if you want to provide any body of loop, or if you want to provide any block of loop, then you can use separators or without using separators you cannot provide body for particular loop. If you want to provide body for any method, then also you need to use opening round bracket and closing round bracket. So this is about second separator. Third one, opening square bracket and closing square bracket. So opening square bracket and closing square brackets are mainly useful in case of arrays. To provide the size of array, we are using opening square bracket and closing square bracket. For example, int a of size 4. So a is an integer array of size 4. So this is declaration of array, and in that we are using square brackets for specifying size of array. So we can store 4 integer elements in a array. Next one, fourth separator is semicolon. As I have already discussed, in Java each and every statement ends with semicolon. So every Java statement ends with semicolon. So semicolon is another statement which provides the end of statement. So if I have written any statement, if I want to provide the end of statement, that end is provided with the help of semicolon. You just need to specify semicolon at the end of statement. After that, comma or dot, you can say these are two operators. So comma is mainly useful whenever you want to declare more than one value of same type. Let's say if integer a, b, c, I want to declare 3 separate integer values. If I want to declare multiple values of the same type, I need to use comma as a separator in between them. So a is also integer type, b is also integer type, and c is also integer type. So I can use comma as a separator in between them. So in this way I can use comma separator, and dot is a separator if I want to specify any subpackage of given package or any class of given package or any method of given class, then I can use dot operator. Let's say if I want to declare let's say util package, then I can use import java dot util dot star. So Java is one package, util is sub package, and I want to access each and every class of util package. So I need to specify dot as a separator in between them. So import java dot util dot star. If I want to specify another sub package in between that, I need to specify that sub package name and again dot star. So in this way I can use dot separator. Okay. So this is about tokens and all the types of tokens. So token is any individual part of a program or any individual unit in a program, and there are 5 different types of tokens: keywords, identifiers, operators, literals, and separators. Okay. Part Java statements. So statement is nothing but collection of words. In Java, that specific words we defined it as tokens. So statements, Java statements are nothing but combination of executable tokens ends with semicolon. As every Java statement ends with semicolon, we need to specify that Java statements are combination or collection of executable tokens which ends with semicolon. Okay, so every Java statement ends with semicolon, and these statements are again divided into various types. First one, iterative statements. Second one, jumping statements. Third one, selection statement. Fourth one, synchronization statement. Fifth one, guarding statements. Okay, these are various types of statements, and one more is there. Expression statements. So these are various types of statements in Java programming language. Let's start with first statement, iterative statements. So there are various iterative statements in Java. For example, while, do while and for. There are various iterative statements in Java. For example, while, do while and for. So these iterative statements are mainly useful for repetitive execution of any part of a program, or repetitive executions of number of lines of a program. You can use while, do while or for loop. So these statements are again called as looping statements or iterative statements. Why? Because if your iterative condition or expression is true, these particular statements executes for number of times. So that's why these particular statements are called as iterative statements or looping statements. Second one, jumping statements. There are 3 jumping statements available in Java. First one is break, continue and throws. These are 3 statements, jumping statements available in Java. If any of the condition, if you want to exit immediately from program, you can use break statement. If you want to continue with the start of your program, or if you want to continue at the end of the program, you can use continue statement. If you want to throw any exception, it will automatically goes through throw block. After that, selection statement. There are 3 selection statements available in Java. First one, switch. After that, if or if else. There are 3 selection statements available in Java. First one is switch cases, second one if, and if else. Switch cases are mainly useful to choose any of the case from number of alternatives, or any of the alternative from number of alternatives. That alternatives are mainly provided with the help of cases. If statement is mainly useful if the condition is true, then only it will go to particular part. If condition is not satisfied, it will move to outside the block of if. If condition is satisfied, then it will execute if block. If condition is not satisfied, it will go to else block. So basically it will select a particular block for execution and then executes that particular block or that particular statements. That's why this comes under selection statements or selective statements. Fourth statements, synchronization statements. Synchronization statements are mainly useful in case of multi-threading. Synchronization statements are mainly useful with the help of multi-threading. If you want to perform multiple tasks at a single time, then at that time synchronization statements are useful. After that, guarding statements. Guarding statements are useful to avoid any exceptional error or any exceptions. So these statements mainly uses keywords, that is try, catch and finally. Guarding statements are mainly useful to provide the security to particular block of a program or particular block of a statements. So these statements makes use of keywords try, catch and finally, and comes under the technique, that is exception handling technique. And last one is expression statements. There are many expressions that can be, if you want to provide any expression inside block, inside loop, that expression comes under expression statements. That can be pre-increment, that can be post-increment, that can be pre-decrement, that can be post decrement, that can be any assignment, or that can be any method call. So these are various expression statements. If you deal with any pre-increment of a variable or pre-decrement of a value of a variable, at that time it comes under expression statements. So expression statement mainly deals with pre-increment, post-increment, pre-decrement, post-decrement, assigning values to any variable or calling any method. So these are various types of statements available in Java. First one is iterative statement, second one is jumping statement, third one selection statement, fourth one synchronization statement, fifth one guarding statement, sixth one expression statement. Okay, and one more statement is there, that is empty statements. If you want to only provide space in between your program, you can add that space holder with the help of empty statements. There is no any semicolon for adding any space. You just need to put space, and after that after some spaces you can provide your line next statement. So that can be provided with the help of empty statements. So this is one more statement. So these many statements are available in Java programming. Okay, now let's start with the basic concepts of Java, that is constants, variables and data types. Constants, variables and data types in Java programming. So let's start with first concepts, constant. Constants means fixed values. The values which are fixed during program execution. We cannot change. Whenever we will assign constants value, we cannot change that value. So these are fixed values or constants values during program execution. We cannot change that particular values. Such types of values are called as constants. So constants are mainly divided into three types. Java constants, numeric constants and character constants. Numeric constants and character constants. Again, numeric constants are divided into decimal constants, decimal and I guess real. Real constants are again divided into two types, integer and real. It is integer and real. Numeric constants are divided into two types, integer constants and real constants. Further, integer constants are divided into three types: decimal, octal and hexadecimal. And character constants, that is fine. So these are various constants available in Java programming. Java constants are mainly divided into two types, numeric constants and character constants. Again, numeric constants are divided into two types, integer constants and real constants. So integer constants stores whole number. For example, 34, 190, 240. These are whole numbers. We cannot store floating point precision into integer constant. If we want to store that, we need to use real constants. So for example, 314.15, this is example of real constants. For example, 215.65. This is again example of real constant. We can use exponents and mantissa in real constants. For example, if I want to provide the value of this real constant using exponent and mantissa, I need to use 65 and e raised to 2. This is nothing but exponent and mantissa. E is specified by exponent and this whole number is provided with the help of mantissa, and the meaning of 2 after e is nothing but multiply by 10 raised to 2. So 21565 multiply by 10 raised to 2. The meaning of this value is nothing but same as 215.65. Only the representation with the help of mantissa and exponent of real number, and integers are represented in the same as this is whole number. For example, 34, 190 and 240. So integers are mainly divided into 3 types: decimal integer, octal integer and hexadecimal integer. Decimal integers starts from 0. This is set starting with 0 through 9. These are total 10 decimal numbers. Octal numbers starting with 0 ends with 7, and hexadecimal numbers are from 0 to 15, but 0 to 9s these are digits, and from 10 these are alphabets starting from A to F. A is nothing but 10, B is nothing but 11, C is nothing but 12, D is nothing but 13, E is nothing but 14, and last F alphabet is nothing but 15 value in hexadecimal. So these are various integer constants available in Java. Okay, so this is about constants in Java. Next concept is variables in Java. Variables are the values which are not fixed during the program execution. So at the time of execution or in between program execution, we cannot change the values of variable. That particular values are called as variables. So this particular concept is called as variables. That value is not fixed at all during program execution. And third concept is data types in Java program. So data type is nothing but specifying size and type of data in Java is called as data types. Data types is a term which specifies size required for storing particular data and type of that particular data. So this particular term is called as data types in Java. So data types are mainly divided into 2 types: primitive data types and non-primitive data types. Data types in Java are mainly divided into 2 types: primitive data types and non-primitive data types. Primitive data types are further divided into 2 types: numeric data types and non-numeric data types. And non-primitive data types, there are 3 non-primitive data types: class, arrays and interfaces. Class, arrays and interfaces. Further, numeric data types are divided into 3 types: integer and real. And I guess non-numeric data types are divided into 2 types: character and boolean. Numeric data types are divided into 2 types: integer and real. Non-numeric data types are divided into 2 types: character and boolean. In case of integers are again divided into 3 types: short is of size 2 byte, int is of size 4 byte, and long is of size 8 byte. Reals are divided into two types. Float data type is of size 4 byte and double data type is of size 8 byte. Characters are not divided into any type. A single character size is of 2 byte, and boolean, which consists of true and false value, is of size 1 bit. So this is about various data types available in Java programming. There is one more data type in integer, that is byte. Byte is of size 1 byte. So the data types are mainly divided into two types: primitive data types and non-primitive data types. Data type is a concept which provides size and type of a data required to store in computer's memory. Primitive data types are those data types which are already this is also called as built-in data types. Built-in data types means whenever a developer develops this particular language, at the time of development it will provide some data types. So these are already there in Java programming, so we need not to specify it or create it again. So these are built-in data types. So there are mainly two built-in data types available in Java programming. First one is numeric data type, second one is non-numeric data types. Again, numeric data types are divided into two types: integer types and real types. And non-numeric data types are divided into two types: characters and boolean. Integer data types are mainly useful to store integer values. So these are complete numbers or whole numbers. And real data types are mainly useful to store floating values or real values. Integer data types are again divided into four various types. First one is byte. If we declare any type, any variable is of byte type, the size of that type is 1 byte. If we declare any data type is short, the size of that data type is 2 byte. Same for integer, size is 4 byte. For long, size is 8 byte. For real data types are again divided into two types: float and double. The size of float data type is 4 byte. The size of double data type is 8 byte. For storing any single character, we will need 2 bytes of data. For storing any boolean variable, we need only 1 bit of data. And in case of non-primitive data types, for declaration of these data types are mainly dependent on built-in data types or mainly dependent on primitive data types. Such a various data types are called as non-primitive data types. First one is a class. Class is nothing but collection of data variables and member functions. Array is nothing but collection of similar type of data elements, and interfaces is very similar to class, but there is no any implementation for the same. So for implementation we need to extend that particular interface. So these are various data types available in Java programming. Okay. Next point is declaration of variable. Assigning values to particular variable and reading and displaying those values on screen. So for this concept I need to write one simple Java program. For that I need to declare class. Let's say class test. Test is name of the class. Inside that declare public static void main. This is function. Inside that you need to specify string args array. Inside that declare variable int a is equals to 10, float b is equals to 10.5 f, double C is equals to 100.20, char D is equals to X, string E is equals to XYZ. So these are various variables of different data types. A is of integer type, B is of float type, C is of double type, D is of character type, and E is of string type. And this is nothing but assignment operator. 10 values assigned to A variable, 10.5 values assigned to B variable, 100.20 values assigned to C variable, and likewise X character is stored in D character, XYZ string is stored in E string. Okay, now I want to display the value of each variable. For displaying anything on screen in Java, I need to use system.out.println. System.out.println, integer is equals to integer value is equals to, I need to display value of A on screen, so I need to use concatenation operator plus and value of A integer on screen. So it will display 10 value on screen. In the similar way, if I need to display value of B, similarly I need to use system.out.println inside bracket value of float variable, float value is equals to, and in bracket I need to display value of B. Similarly, if I need to display double value, then double value is equals to in C, then character value is equals to in variable D, and then string value in variable E. After that, close bracket of main, close bracket of class. Save your file by using test.java extension. For compilation, Java C test.java, after that enter. For execution, Java interpreter, that is Java test, after that enter. So it will display some integer value equal to 10, float value is equals to 10.5, double value is equals to 100.20, character value is equals to X, and string value is equals to XYZ. For specifying one single character, you need to use single inverted code. For specifying any string, we need to use double inverted quotes. So in this way, we can assign value to variables and we can display that values on screen. So this is direct assignments. Now we are not dealing with any input from user, but if we want to read input from user, we can read it through system.scanner class. So that class is inbuilt in util package. So next concept is how to read value of a variable from user. So for that I need to specify package, that is import java.util.star. Inside that I need to specify class. After that I need to specify main function. In main function I only need to declare variables and not assigning values to that particular variables. Why? Because I need to use values. I need to read that values from user. So int A, float B, double C, char D. Okay. So after that I need to declare object of scanner class. So scanner S capital, scanner SC is equals to new scanner. Inside bracket I need to provide parameters for compiler, that is system.in. Why? Because currently I am accepting values through keyword, that is from user. So system.in. Scanner, SC is name of the object. For creating new object I need to specify new operator, and system.in, these are various parameters for compiler. So in this way I can create scanner object. After that I need to display message on screen, system.out.println, enter value of integer. First of all I need to read integer value, so enter value of integer variable, So for reading that value I need to save it into a variable. So a is equals to sc.nextInt. NextInt is a method of scanner class. With the help of NextInt method, it will read one integer from user and it will assign that value of integer to a variable. Okay, so in this way I can read integer value from user. Similarly, if I want to read value of float variable, I need to display message on screen, system.out.println, enter value of float variable, For reading value of float variable, b is equals to sc.nextFloat. So f capital, integer I capital. So next float is a method of scanner class which will accept one variable of float type and it will save that value into b variable, that is of float type. Third one, if I want to read double value, then display message on screen in the same way, system.out.println, enter value of double variable and store that value into c variable. C is equals to sc.nextDouble. C is equals to nextDouble. For reading character in the same way, d is equals to sc.next, only next method for reading characters. D is equals to sc.next. And for displaying the values in the same way, how we can display values? System.out.println, entered values are in variable a, b, c and d. So it will display values of a, b, c, d on screen. After that we need to close main bracket and we need to close class ka bracket. For compilation in the same way, java c test.java. For execution, java test enter. It will display the values which will entered by user on screen. So in this way we can assign values to variable from user. So the scope of these variables are declared inside main function. So scope of this variable is still main function. So these are not class variables, these are declared inside main function. So scope is nothing but lifetime of variable. Lifetime of a variable is starting with this curly brace and ends with this particular curly brace. A variable is not available after this curly brace. So scope is specified with the lifetime of variable. If particular variable is declared in particular method, then that particular variable is we can use that particular variable inside that particular method only. After that particular method, whenever we close that particular method, that particular variable is not available. So this is specified with the concept of scope of variable. So this is about how we can read variable from user and how we can assign values to variable and how we can declare variables and how we can display values of variables on screen.